Three Lives, Three Worlds Pillow Book, Back to Chaos in a Dream, by Tang Qi. Chapter 2 Summary. At the farthest edge of heaven, where the spiritual energy of the 4 seas and 8 realms converges, lies the heavenly Jade Sea. It is a place of profound silence and sacred beauty, ruled by Donghua Dijun, the Emperor Lord of the Young Sun. For 3 years, this realm has been sealed behind an impenetrable restriction ward. Not even a mosquito could slip through. But today, the silence is broken. Under the canopy of the glowing Buddha bellflower tree, High God Jiayan sits across from Donghua. Jiayan didn't arrive by invitation. He arrived through persistence. For 3 years, he watched the rear doors, waiting for the steward, immortal Fei Wei, to leave his post. Finally, he slipped in. Now, they play chess. Donghua, with his cascading silver hair and indifferent gaze, places a white stone on the board. He doesn't look up. He knows Jiayan didn't come just to play. You have traveled far, Donghua says, his voice cool and detached. I am sure you are not simply here to play chess with me. Jiayan is startled but smiles, trying to mask his anxiety. He has questions about the disappearance of Mo Yuan. But Donghua's cold indifference is a wall harder to break than the restriction ward outside. As Donghua deflects the question with logic, you were closer to Mo Yuan than I was. Jiayan's mind drifts back tens of thousands of years, to their days at the Watermarsh School. It was a turbulent time. The students were divided into cliques. The God race, led by the noble Missouri Yuan, and the demon race, led by the fiery Shaowan. They were known as the venerable, wild, magnificent 8 saints. But there was one saint who belonged to no clique, Donghua. While Mo Yuan and Shaowan fought constantly, making headlines in the school tabloids, Donghua was nowhere to be seen. Or rather, he was sleeping in class. He skipped lessons, relied on Shaowan's notes, and failed every theoretical subject. He and Shaowan were in the same boat, brilliant fighters, terrible students. Worried about the constant fighting between the god and demon cliques, the schoolmaster rearranged the seats. He moved Donghua next to Mo Yuan. It was a simple change of proximity, but it changed everything. Donghua began copying Mo Yuan's meticulous notes. Suddenly, the lazy genius tied for first place in the exams. Then, when Mo Yuan fell ill, Donghua copied from Baizhi and topped the class again. The students realized the truth. Donghua wasn't stupid. He was efficient. He only needed the right source material. And from then on, he only copied from 3 people, Mo Yuan, Baizhi, and Xie Ming. Their relationship wasn't close, it was transactional. Yet, on the battlefield of the 5 Races War, these 2 silent allies would trust each other with their lives. Back in the present, Jiayan stops reminiscing. He drops the pretense. The god race is in chaos. Mo Yuan left without naming a successor, Jiayan explains, his voice grave. His 2 generals, Hou Jin and Fu Ying, are tearing the heavens apart, each claiming the right to lead. The elders are desperate. They want you to return to Taichin Palace and take charge. Donghua places a black stone on the board with a sharp thwack. His expression remains calm, but his words are biting. When I left, he says, the elders were overjoyed. Now that they've made a mess, they want me to clean it up? Am I so easy to dispatch on an errand? Jiayan sweats. He knows Donghua is right. The elders enjoyed the peace Donghua's absence brought, but now they fear the consequences. He tries to argue, to plead for stability, but Donghua cuts him off. You complain Mo Yuan didn't name a successor? Donghua asks, his eyes finally lifting to meet Jiayan's. If the god race cannot defend what Mo Yuan fought for, then you are all useless. Let the ghost and demon races rise again. Jiayan is shocked. Donghua is speaking of Mo Yuan's true motive. Mo Yuan fought to stop Shaowan from opening the Wakagi door, Donghua reveals. When she sacrificed herself to open it anyway, Mo Yuan's purpose vanished. His heart turned to dust. He stayed only long enough to ensure stability, then left. Jiayan stares at him. And you knew this would happen. You left 200 years ago because you knew Mo Yuan would leave. You knew the god race would fracture. Donghua's eyes glimmer with a rare intensity. You are clever. He explains his grand strategy. If he had stayed, the god race would have remained complacent. Corrupt officials and vermin within the hierarchy would have hidden in the shadows. By leaving, he allowed the rot to surface. Only when the infection is visible, Donghua says, placing the final stone on the board, can it be cut out and healed. Jiayan looks at the chessboard. Donghua has won the game without Jiayan even realizing he was playing. It was a larger game of chess, one played with the fate of the heavens. You are a true master in the art of chess, Jia Yan whispers, awestruck and slightly afraid. Dong Hua accepts the compliment with a nod. I am. Relieved that he understands Dong Hua's plan, Jia Yan stands to leave. But suddenly, immortal Fei Wei rushes in, looking panicked. My lord, we have a visitor. Dong Hua, packing his chess pieces, looks annoyed. Who did you lead in this time? He wasn't let in, Fei Wei stammers. He passed through your restriction spell on his own. Jia Yan freezes. Impossible. Even I couldn't break in. Could it be? Mo Yuan? Dong Hua frowns. Mo Yuan cannot break in. Only someone exempted by me, or a blood relative. He pauses, confused. But I am an orphan. I have no parents. No siblings. Fei Wei shakes his head. He is not your brother or sister. Nor your father or mother. Dong Hua's face goes completely blank. The most powerful deity in the 8 realms, the strategist who manipulated the fate of nations, is rendered speechless. Then who is he? Dong Hua asks. Fei Wei takes a deep breath. He said he is your son. His name is Bai Gun. Silence falls over the heavenly Jade Sea. Jia Yan, who is halfway out the door, slowly turns around. He walks back to his chair and sits down. His face is calm, but his eyes are wide with shock and irresistible curiosity. What kind of heaven-jolting gossip is this? Jia Yan thinks. 3 years of watching the rear doors, and it was all worth it for this. The chapter ends with 2 of the most powerful gods in existence sitting in stunned silence, staring at the palace entrance, waiting for the impossible child to appear.